Hi everyone, it's Michelle here again. Um, I'm going to talk to you about other things you can do to look after yourself and maybe feel a bit better about yourself, or if you're feeling a bit fed up or worried or anxious, these things might help. They might be good ways to take your mind off things a bit. I really like drawing, and it really helps me. But I know that not everyone likes drawings, but some of these things you can do even if you're not that keen on drawing. You might want to just give it a go if you've got nothing else to do. You don't really need much equipment. Um, Usually people have scraps of paper around, so any colour paper or the back of um, cereal boxes or anything like that will do, and biros, or if you've got any felt pens or pencils or anything else that you can find. So, one of the things you can do, if you don't like drawing but you quite like colouring in, um, you don't need to go out and buy a fancy colouring in book, but if you've got some, that's great, and you can use those. But one way that you can colour in is just to get a pen um, and do a bit of a scribble, and then find the shapes in what you've scribbled. So I've started doing one that from the other day. So you can just start to pick out some of the shapes and colour them different colours, and that can be quite a nice effect. So that's one thing you can do. Um, Another way is to do something with someone else with scribbling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on the screen some scribbles that people have done. So I'm just going to find it. There it is. And then you can see here that one person did a scribble and then someone turned it into something. Now that looks like an elephant and a person. So I've got three here to show you. I'll show you the next one. Oh, there's the scribble. Oh, yeah, that's been turned into a face. And a person with a hat on, with a flower on the hat, I think. Oh, that's a really simple scribble there. Oh, wow. So look, there's a person sailing, maybe on the sea, I'm not sure. I wonder where they're going. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing now. So that's another way that you can play with a friend or someone in your family. But there's other ways as well. So one would be just to use your imagination, and you can do anything you like. So here's one I've done. That's a pair of boots, and that's to remind me that I really like going walking. And I really like going walking where there's grass and flowers. So there's some flowers in the background there. There's the grass. Oh, there's even some worms underneath the ground there. So it's nice to draw things that you enjoy doing sometimes because it can remind you of those things as well. If you don't really think that you can do that, or you don't really like drawing generally, you can use something like putty or Play-Doh or slime and just play with it. Sometimes it's just really nice to feel this squidgy, squashy thing here. You don't even have to make anything if you don't want to, although I have made something, which I'll show you in a minute. but sometimes just squeezing really hard, or rolling it, or stroking it, or smoothing it out can be really nice. Now, I have made something here, which I'll show you. I've made a plate full of chips, sausages, oh, and look what I've got here, a bit of broccoli. Mmm, mmm, delicious. So, that's just a few things, just to give you some ideas. So, I hope you found it helpful. I'll think of some other things for another recording.